Danish Furry Gamer, my name is Kiba Snowpaw, and welcome back to episode 13, I think they call on English 13, after 12, and then it's 14. I think it's 13. Anyway, I hope you like your last episode. The mic sounded a lot better than they had done in every other episode together. I hope you think so too. If it wasn't because I know I will go dead if I start all over, I will have done that so you get a better mic sound. But I think it's better I just complete the game, and if I feel like we make the first 11 episodes, then I will do it. But right now I'm really pressed by time. I don't really have that much time. I have thousands of videos that have to be re-edited and uploaded, and also have thousands of visual novel games I have to play. So I really don't have the time to remake games if I don't really have to. I can always do that when everything is done. Anyway, if you want to see some different visual novel game, write down below what kind of visual novel game you play, and maybe I'm gonna play it after I have done this visual novel game. That's what I will be focused most on my channel. That's our visual novel game, but there will be some CSGO, or there will be a lot of CSGO gameplay also. The first 30, I think, is old CSGO videos are gonna re-upload, and then I'm gonna upload some, I will not say new, but newer. They're still old, but not as old. The first 25, I think it is, are really old from when I began playing CSGO for the first time. I really want to kind of save those videos, so that's why I'm gonna upload them. So they are there, so I can see how my gameplay has been changed over time. Anyway, like I said, if you want to see a different visual novel game, you can do it down below. You can write it down below, and I will gladly show it to you. You can also do that on YouTube under the same video. If you feel like it, do it there. Wherever you do it, that's up to you. But for now, I need to finish this game, and before I'm gonna start new game at all. It will have been a long time going, so I really need to get this wrap up and done with. Anyway, let's get started with this game. So let's go in. I give Karin a nod goodbye, and find myself staring at the female Doom. I feel locked in place out of uncertainty of how I should approach someone who is so shy. I think it's mostly the idea of going to her room that's stopping me. If I bump into her out here, I'll be 100% easier to ask about all this stuff and not feel like a total weirdo. But actually going up and knocking on her door just feeling intrusive and creepy. Although if Carrie is out of the Doom for the day, the chances of Ellen venturing out on her own are very slim. Just my luck. I should probably change out of my uniform too. It'll be weird to show up in it. Inside the Doom, I find myself staring at Ellen's door for an awkward long moment. I'm not sure what the hell to say as an opening that doesn't make me seem like a total delinquent, but the paper isn't going to finish itself. I give the door a firm knock and wait. A few seconds pass and the door creaks open a crack. Hey Ellen, it's Marcus. The door opens a bit wider at this, and I feel much more welcome when I actually see Ellen's body behind the opening of the door. Did you want to proofread the paper now? I don't know what that name means. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, but it said proofread, but I'm not sure. Yeah, sure, I'll give it a read. It's due Monday, right? I already know the answer to this question, but if I try my best to carry on a conversation with Ellen, it might make working with her in the future much easier. Yeah. The trademark one-word answer leave me disarmed, struggle to come up with something to say in response. We just stare at one another for a long moment, and Ellen's eyes drift away from mine as time progressively passes and the air between us grew thicker. She makes some sort of mixed noise between a cough and a sign, and it makes me laugh nervously. So do you think you could play me some piano or something? Or you could just give me the paper and I can read it over and get back to you. Ellen glared up at me, her eyes wide with thought and contemplating. She seemed to like the idea over everything else. If you want. Ellen pulls open her door just a bit more and then vanished into her room, forcing me to see myself in. I step inside to find a room that is the exact opposite of Karen's. Ellen has little to no furniture. Okay, so I'm gonna surf right on Facebook. Anyway, Ellen has little to no furniture. Why can I say it? Furnitures? Something like that. Aside from a small desk, one chair, and a bed. But her walls are covered with a mix of small posters and what look like sheet music. I look at all of what she has hung up and include myself in the mystery of Ellen's personality, or at the very least the one fueling her anxiety. I mean, you're only going to hang a poster in your room if it's an important part of your life. Otherwise, why will you want to wake up every morning to the same image blasted on your wall? So whatever Ellen has put up in her is like a window to who she really is. My room is cool. Ellen sits down at the chair near the desk. A small electric keyboard was resided on top of it. Its sheets of the nose paper are scattered under the piano and across the rest of the desk. Thanks. I close the door, knowing Ellen probably prefer the privacy, and take a seat at the side of her bed. After a few seconds of Ellen's hostility, getting her things suited and organized on her desk, she handed me a copy of the paper. Her arm is shaking and jittering about as it was a gun pointing to her head. I feel kind of bad for her. It's tempting to say she can climb down just to make her aware I knew she was uncomfortable. But that would probably just make it worse and make her more self-conscious. I take the paper from her with a gently wipe and begin to read over the title. Any suggestions for the paper? I raise my brow, worrying she might already think I hate her writing. For a song you want me to play? My jaw dropped open in realization that, and I let out a idiotic sound. Oh. A suggestion for music to play. I don't know any piano pieces right from memory. Crap. You can play whatever you like, I guess. I not to reassure her that she will decide what to play. She offered me a coy smile and nod in reply, turning back to face the electric piano and thinking with it. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it's still recording, thanks. I just took a screenshot. Anyway, I sit and watch her for a moment, glancing down at the paper toward the subject title, but my curious eye remained on Ellen. Her posture is unusually hung forward in an attempt to hide herself from the view of others, suddenly straightened into a self-confident, erect pose. She props her shoulder back and a keen and healthy curve to her figure as she passes her figure down against the black and white key. The gentle sound of their program wings echo loosen into the room. The best word I can come up with is smoothing. In a way, it's almost like I'm looking at a completely different person. After a moment of watching Ellen play, I began to skim through the sentiments and paragraph of the paper. I find myself staring down at the words incoherently, distracted or just uninterested in the paper itself for the time being. It takes a while, but my ears tune in and block out the rest of the world. My mind goes blank and just listen. I listen to ease of ping and vibrance of ease of the keystroke which leave me in a RV as to how skilled and passionate Ellen really is. Hesitantly, I break my gaze away from the paper towards her as she plays, observing the flow of energy being transferring from somewhere inside her core through the tips of her fingers. The energy surges out with artist passion and vibrant movements which make Ellen look more like a master composer than a high school student. I stare at her, voicing every reaction to the sound ease of the keys make when she strikes them, and I can spot the slightest pleasure smile resisting on her lips. She holds herself loosely, unlike her usually garden posture, where she prepared to bolt away or hide inside her shell. If someone was to approach her, she too preoccupied doing something she is good at, something she cares for. Even if the song itself is simple, it leaves me astonished that someone can be so passionate about something and how beautiful the outcome can be. I never really loved anything out of the ordinary. I mean, I always play video games and listen to music and stuff, but I haven't really done anything artist since I started high school. Thinking back, my life had been unbelievably boring aside from the event that occurred this spring. I never had too many interesting friends, I never been out partying, and I never been a real girlfriend. No unique talent, no artist, motivations or interesting. My finger crawled against the paper, crumpling it at the edge as I stand up from the edge of Ellen, mastering in frustration. My movement was easily described, and Ellen come to an abrupt stop, messing up the key as she loosened her grip and snapped back to the real world. Her happy inner self gets suffered back down inside her, hiding behind the very wall as self-consciousness. Did you not like it? I blinked a little and realized that I had just interrupted her performance by standing. What? No, I love it. It was really good. I just... Ellen's green eyes show a more prominent hint of worry, as though I was lying, or that the paper she wrote was a huge failure. It's hard to find the word for how I feel, but I want to make some sort of change. I'm tired of not doing anything interesting. I'm just a bride, I guess, who taught you how to play. The girl tilted her head carelessly to the side, eyes drifting down to the pioneer at her desk. My grandma. I see. Ellen nods her head a little bit and then peers at the paper that I have crumpled around the edge. Oh, did you not like it? I'm sorry, I can redo it. At the sign of her, the crumpled edge of the paper nearly has a panic attack, which is almost my fault. I'm unready paper as best I can, setting it down onto the desk and shaking my head. You don't have to do that. It's perfectly the way it is. It's just too bad you can play the song for Mr. Mallet while he reads it. It probably weighs the grade beyond an A. I offer a small joke, feeling confident in what I did manage to read. Ellen gazed down at the paper and smiled, seeming self-confident and proud of herself for the first time that I seen. Hey, maybe. The two of us just shared a content smile before I feel the conversation dying off and clear away from one another. Silence gradually grows, and the awkward, nervous leech of emotion I had tossed away when confiding Ellen is crawling back into the room, slowly looking for vengeance. I gave a little bit of a cough to break the silence and piece back and forth in Ellen's room, looking over all the posters and things she has hung up as I think of something to say. I have nothing more to say. The paper is finished. Ellen's silence is extraordinary, and I don't have anything else in common with this black hair girl. Figure it's best I just go. I turned to look at her, opening my mouth to say goodbye. Have you ever played an instrument? The girl's soft Christian voice caught me a little off guard, and I just blinked down at her. Have I ever played an instrument? No, I haven't. Have you ever wanted to? She peers at me with more strength and curse in her eyes than I've seen from her yet. She wants to know the answer. Yeah. Oh. Ellen's surprise at my answer leaves me just as surprised, and I wheeze up, scratching the side of my head. What? Ellen's lips just curled into a shy smile, and her cheeks flushed with color. She doesn't answer my question, and I feel a bit out of the dark and even more out of place in her room. We just stare at one another for a few seconds before I nervously shuffle toward the door. Well, anyways, I guess I'll see you around. We did a good job on the paper, yeah? Ellen nodded quickly, not wanting to seem worried. Yeah, thanks for helping. I feel the weight of the unexplainable tension between us weighs off my shoulder as I get closer to the door. You too, I'll see you around. Okay. Even with an answer so simple and passive to end the day, I feel as though I cover a good deal of ground in getting closer to Ellen. Helpfully, she opened up a bit more, but I don't expect much based on the fact she only become friend with Karen after who knows how many years of living on the island. But she inspired in me the desire to do something creative with my boring and pathetic life. The urge to create or find something surged through my veins. I want to feel what Ellen was feeling while she was playing the song. I can only imagine it's like an escape from reality into secluded different world. I'll bet that why Ellen finds so much comfort and confidence in piano. Maybe that music production club thing Eric and Jay was talking about could be something to nurture this new caving of mine. It's an idea. Back in the dome, I find myself sitting down in the TV lounge with the pink-haired girl, May, who is accompanied by a bored-looking Elric. And so if they just made classes an hour and a half each, we could have a 5-minute break between the classes and get a drink or go to the bathroom. Elric is staring at the TV, just giving attempting title noises of understanding or agreement, but it's clear he isn't listening to me. That way that they wouldn't be able to complain about us leaving class for the 2 course we'll all have the chance halfway through. Are you two even listen? I give a sharp nod, signaling that I was at least paying attention even if I didn't want to. Elric, on the other hand, just grunted his jaw to the side in a yawn before nothing. Yeah, great idea, May. May pounced, shaking her head from side to side, upset at the fact that no one is really paying attention to her. I agree with her to an extent, but the classes are so laid back you can pretty much walk out the door from 10 minutes and then teacher won't question you unless you make a lot of noise coming back in. You could maybe talk to Elizabeth or something. Elizabeth hates me. I can't imagine why. Oh, well, that might not work then. Yeah. May scoffs a bit and looks between Elric and myself before standing up and marching out of the room with a huffy air. Where you actually listen to her. Unfortunately, I couldn't block her out. He flashed a grin and we share a bit of a sneaker. A good deal of freshmen have a hard time dealing with the long class time because they all have ADHD. All of them. Yeah, all of them. Elric leans back in the sofa of the lounge with a little care and as to how heavy his statement is. May's the only freshman I know, so I'll take your word. She's whatever. Kind of annoying, but what's up with you? The inkling is a little vague, and I'm forced to arc my eyebrow questioningly. What do you mean? I don't know, man. What's you do today? It's the first week. Figure something exciting might happen to you. Oh, not really. I'm just filling up the group paper thing with Ellen and stuff. Elric makes a curious noise of wonderment, clanks back and forth from the TV to where I sit. Eventually, he asks the question that's been on his mind. What she's like. I haven't said more than a few words to her over the past few years. I honestly don't know what to say other than the fact Ellen has been nice to me, even attempting to battle with her anxiety just to speak with me. Although it is sort of a momentary to get a group project done, but she could just ignore everything I said and be assured. She's nice. She do anything cool. She play piano, I guess that's cool, right? Elric sat upright with a slow edge of his brow and a small grin formed along his lips. I already knew that, but anything else? I feel the urge to tell Eric about my revelation earlier of how boring my life is, but I hold it back, unsure as to whether bringing it up would be a good idea. Talking about the club thing might also get Ellen dragged into it when she might not want something like that. Although it may be good for her to interact with other people who share similar like and passionate. Elway claps his hand together lazily and stands wiggling his leg and arms to stretch out as he moves toward the door. I think I'm a crash. Yuko wants me for something early tomorrow, so I'll see ya. Oh, she wants to talk to you too. Eric pause and shout a quick glance my way and look of curiosity stoking his unusual laid-back and chill composure. Yeah, same with Jay. Might be some kind of meeting or something. Anyway, have a good one, man. Elway gave an easygoing nod and waved me off as he ventured out of the room, leaving me to turn off the TV and head to my own room as well. Back inside my room, I find a bit of comfort in the fact that it's very possible that my artist first to create may be fulfilled if I decide to help Elwick and Jay with their music production club. Spending time with Ellen also may be a good fulfilling my days with something other than the tragic feeling of doing homework, going to bed, and feeling bad for myself. Anything to prevent myself from getting caught back in the loop of boring school days. I beneficial. I should start taking the opportunities I can when they arise. Even though I'll have the conversation with my client tomorrow, I think it's time to cast away my old saddened life and move on for certain. I'll find a hobby, whether it is writing or producing music with Elwick and Jay, or singing, although I'm awful tone deaf, so that probably wouldn't work out so great. Maybe Ellen could even teach me some basic about music and music theory. I think I like that quite a bit. Anyway, this is close to 2.5 hours, so I'm gonna end the episode here. I hope you like this episode, and like I said at the beginning, if you want to see any other visual novel games, please write them down in the description, either here or on YouTube or whatever you are watching this video. If I see it, I will of course pop it on the list. Right now I have a lot of visual novel games, but I will of course put those people want to see on top, and those people will not caring about on the bottom. But if I'm not gonna any what you call it requirements, then I will not. Then I will just take one I feel like is a good one, or just feel like I want to play. Anyway, I hope you like this video, and please like and upvote this video, and I'll see you in the next one.